Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. And what I haven't played recently out of these choices is WarLock. Although I'm a little bit worried because there are a lot of strong constructed cards for WarLock in this set, in the new set. I'm not sure how great it is for like arena play. A lot of these things require like combos and organization and stuff, so I'm probably just not thinking the right things. As much as like taking a bookworm off the start would let me know about dragon, would let me know I have some dragon stuff and try and build on that, you can't count on it at all. Vicious Fledgling will occasionally just win you the game, so we're going to take that. Usually not, but sometimes yes. Giant Mastodon is actually kind of tempting. I think we're going to take Karakazam. It's just more efficient, but having a Giant Mastodon lying around is not really what you want to spend 9 mana on, but on the other hand, he is what you want to spend 1 card on in the arena. Voidwalker is tempting because he's demon and stuff, but we're going to take Tark Reaper because he's awesome. Holy crap. Well, I could look at the Chittering Tunneler because he lets me discover a spell. 3/3 for 3, and you get a spell. That's not bad, even if you take some damage. Doomsayer, I guess, can become a 7/7. Usually your opponent has a chance to beat on him first and knock down his health while they're not losing things. But obviously we're taking the Cabal Trafficker because holy shit. Not technically a demon. She just fills your hands with, like, if she stays out for any period of time, she's amazing. At worst, she's a 6/6 for 6 that gives you a random demon in your hand. But if she stays alive, she just keeps doing it. Destroy a friendly minion to adapt twice. That's pretty strong. That is actually pretty strong. Daring Reporter, if she stays out, just wins you the game. This guy's a 4/4 for 4, which is often what happens with the Reporter, except that people prioritize killing her, whereas this guy without the battle cry, they're not going to. Having you destroy your own minion kind of sucks, but usually it's not that hard to have some kind of cheap minion that you don't care about. If you're losing a 1/1 for that ability, it's amazing. If you have to lose like a real minion after attacking, that's pretty bad. I usually value an adapt at 2.5 points, so he's like that. Yeah, that makes him a very sacrifice a minion for like say a 6/7 for 4. It's never actually going to work out to a 6/7, but if I'm calling it 2.5 stat points per adapt, put 1 on each side, that's like 6.5, 6.5. That's pretty good. Let's take him. Whatever. He's at the very least, he's very interesting. We're going to take the Nesting Rock. I think Nesting Rock is one of the big neutral, like, big winners among neutral cards in this set. He's just really, really solid, especially in the arena. +3 attack. If it's a demon, it also gets a health. Most of my deck's not going to be demons, but you know what? I think this is more useful than a Master Swordsmith. It's overcosted, but it still has a good effect. And at 3 mana, overcosted is still like, for a spell type thing, it's not the end of the world. Later in the game, you don't care that much that it's 3 mana. 2/6 taunt for 4. If I'm going more defensive, this is fine. If I'm going more offensive, then this guy might be better. Mech combos are much harder. Like, mech combos are mostly out of standard now. Let's take the Stegodon, whatever. The Fellhound is a lot of taunt, but see, in Constructed, this is amazing. You can make it very good. I don't think I want to lose 2 cards to that in the arena, so not choosing him may be a mistake, because a 4/8 taunt for 4 is still strong, but I don't think I want to risk that. I'm going to take the mechanic, who I'm not super happy with. Oh man, this guy is amazing, but I have like 1 elemental so far. He's so good if you have the elemental stuff going, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough elemental stuff to make it worthwhile. Because if you're playing him without an elemental, you are really sad. This guy's a 5/5 or 6. If you discarded minions, again, I'm tending to avoid discard stuff because I'm playing Constructed. I just passed up one of the big discardy guys. And even then, you can't control what you discard. You might not be discarding like minions that you want some of that way. Corruption is crap. Corrupting Mist, I think, is actually pretty strong. I'm going to take Corrupting Mist. Let's see how that works out. I want something big rather than a Possessed Villager, even though he works really well with the Ravenous Pterodax. But I'd rather have something big right now. Do I want Mastodon big? No, I'm going to go big time racket here. It's cheaper. Ah, this guy, super good. Shadow Bolt would be good too, but we're going to take Bog Creeper because he's excellent. This row is terrible. Give me back my Shadow Bolt. Beast, Dragon, or Murloc? I have beasts, I guess. I've got a number of beasts. Beasts may not be that hard to come by since we are in GORO, right? A lot of the new cards are beasts. A large proportion of the minions are going to be beasts compared to previous sets. So I guess we'll take the Magician. You can make an argument for the Greaser because he's more aggressive. Again, this guy needs elementals and doesn't count as one, so I'm not too high on him. I'm not going to have any good combos with Forbidden Ritual, but I think I'm going to take the Forbidden Ritual. I've got a lot of 4-cost stuff. I guess I can just, like, 3 mana, get 3/3/3s or whatever. Should probably just take the Mind Control tech just in case. Let's take the Mind Control tech. Okay. For some classes, the Vorax is amazing. For Warlock, not as much. Cast a spell on him, you summon a 1/1 plant, and then cast another copy on it. So, like, the best I can do right now is I could Blood Fury him, and I would get a 6/3 and a 4/1 for a very specific combo in my deck. Auction Master Beardo, every time I cast a spell, refresh my hero power. That would let me draw more stuff. You know what? He's a 3/4 for 3 with no drawback. He's a 4/4. He's right. He's a 3/3 for 4 with an ability I probably can't use, and he's kind of big, but he's got a drawback. Let's take Beardo. Refreshing the Warlock hero power would hurt me a lot, but it would let me get more cards. Now I don't have many spells yet. Oh man, everything I like is big. Like this guy's pretty solid, and if I got more elemental stuff later, maybe there'd be more chance. Mortal Coil I kind of want to take for Auction Master Beardo, but I gotta take Abyssal Enforcer because he wins games. He just wins games. Okay, Mega Corsair is amazing for some classes. Summoning Portal could be really good. I've got a lot of 4 or 5 cost stuff. Summoning Portal is like dropping down. I've got a lot of 3s. Start dropping down minions for 1 mana. It's amazing. But Mortal Coil could help me deal with problems. It could get me cards back. It works with Beardo. Draw even more cards. My deck's going to be too expensive and slow if I go with all this. Like, the Summoning Portal lets me rush down and do crazy things, kind of, but that is a tough choice. Like, am I really better off having this than just a 5/4 for the same cost? I'm going to take the Mortal Coil. Take the Coward's Way out. It's simpler. I don't have enough cheap minions. I take the Magma Rager. He's got a keyword now. It makes him 10% less terrible. Still very terrible. Still terrible. I think probably I just need to take another Stegodon. Okay. Assassinate, but lose a Mana Crystal. Not ideal. I think Bluegill Warrior. I just do not have many cheap things in here. The healing from this guy could be very valuable, but I'm going to take the Bluegill because I don't have enough cheap minions. This is fun with like board wipey stuff, but we're definitely taking Stonehill Defender. He's one of my friends. I like the Stonehill Defender. He looks dumb, but he gets you 2 taunts, and discovering a taunt can often get you big fat shit like this later in the game. I mean, healing is good. I've got a lot of minions that are bigger that might actually take damage and survive. On the other hand, I might need the Mistress of Mixtures to help me keep me alive in the early game. Soulfire can blow things up. Blowing things up is good. Not taking Soulfire is probably a mistake. Man. I have so few, like, first and second turn plays. No, I'm going to take the Soulfire anyway. I'm sure it's going to screw me, but it's pretty solid. Take the Shield Master out of these guys. I have enough big minions. I don't need that cat. Daring Importer is good, but I've got lots of 4s and 5s. I don't have much cheap stuff for early game, and he's not as good as he used to be, because he used to be a 2/1. Then he was amazing. Now he's really more of a booster, but he's an inexpensive way to boost stuff. Why don't I just take the Daring Importer and just go with my deck being kind of like fat all the time? I've got a bunch of taunts. Maybe like a weird taunt Warlock. I'm going to take the Abusive Sergeant. I don't want to risk taking more cards that are like amazing if they stay out for a long time, but they won't. Blood Bloom is only for spells. I don't have that many spells, expensive spells. Yeah, it would combo with Doom, but I can't take it, and the Doom. Blubber Baron, whenever you summon a minion, Battlecry, he's got to be in your hand. Yeah. Do we even have that many battle cries? Two. I've got a lot of battle cries, actually, sort of, but I still. He sits there. He's going to be. If I play 3 battle cry minions, he's going to be a 4/4 for 3 that I did a lot of work for. Let's just take Doom. I'll probably never get a chance to play it, or if I do get a chance, it'll probably screw me. I need the Violet Illusionist, because then I could draw cards without killing myself. And also, she's a 3-mana minion with good stats. Even though the Shadow Bolt would be nice, I have basically avoided all the discard stuff. I now have, like, the Soulfire, but Silverware Golem is not going to work out. More Taunt? I don't have that much spell damage, that, if any, so I guess I've got the Mortal Coil and the Soulfire. But yeah, I don't think that's going to work out. I guess we'll take Abomination. Fair amount of big stuff. Do I need this to blow things up? Because the thing is, my deck's fat, so slowing me down that way could be terrible. On the other hand, once you have 8 or 9 mana, losing a mana crystal usually doesn't matter that much anymore. The fatness has evened itself out somewhat. I don't actually have ridiculous fatness, I don't think. I think I might just take the Boulder Fist Ogre. Should I be taking this thing? Man. I just have this unreasonable bias now that I want more spells because of Auction Master Beardo. Even though it's often not going to work out, because it still takes 2 mana to use my power again. So that's like 4 mana to draw, and 4 life to draw 2 cards, if I can also cast a spell. It's not likely to work out too well. Although the Soulfire costing 1 was more reasonable for that. Just being able to destroy an enemy minion is really good, though. I don't have that kind of targeted destruction. I have stuff for blowing up, like, weaker minions. This is a set with a lot of huge minions. You know what? This might save my ass, even though I don't like the card so much. I don't have the dragons for you. You're kind of cool, but we're taking another illusionist. And Ravasaur Run, I don't think I'm going to have... I don't have enough cheap minions, so having 2 other minions out isn't that likely. Now, 2/2 for 2 could be okay. This guy's condition for charge is crap, so he's just going to... Let's just take the Fresh Gun. I took the Blast Crystal, I didn't take the big minion there. This is the last card. Humongous Razor Leaf, I don't have any combos to give it Taunt or anything, so that's not going to work. I have hardly anything to discard minions, so this isn't likely to work. I have no secrets. You guys are all idiots, basically, is what it is. I can get a 5/5 for 6 or a 3/6 for 5. His stats are better. There's a incredibly tiny chance that I might discard a card and then his ability to Soulfire and then his ability would be used, but that's assuming I discard a minion. I don't know. I've got a bunch of big stuff. I'm really worried about my early game, although picking up those Violet Illusionists helps. Because later in the game they let me draw cards without paying life, which is amazing. And early in the game it's a 4/3 for 3, which is fine. Worried about my early game, but I'm probably worrying too much about it because, especially when the decks are like arena decks and not constructed decks, rushing in this set is not so great because Whispers of the Old Gods to some extent Mean Streets, but mostly Whispers of the Old Gods and Ungoro Valley both have very powerful control stuff. So the environment, I think, is just a lot friendlier to slower, more powerful things. Although this deck doesn't necessarily have all the sort of comeback type things that you would want in a good control deck. I just have a lot of taunts. Even then, I don't know if it's a lot of taunts. I don't have like warrior numbers of taunts. I do have a sore neck. I don't want you in the starting hand. I'm going to keep you because I don't have. I'm not confident in my number of 3-cost and less cards. Ugh. There's a combo. I'll play Auction Master Beardo, then use my hero power. That's like a turn 5. Then cast Doom to refresh my hero power, so it's got to be turn 15. So turn 17, that'll be my play. Beardo, draw a card, Doom, killing Beardo, draw another card, and requires way more mana than I could possibly have. And hooray. Combo. Keeping this alive would be hard. I have nothing to control the game really on. I don't know what my opponent's thinking about so much. Does he have a lot of, like, 1-drops in his hand? I don't. I'm looking at turn 2, draw a card. Oh, I'm going to have a life deficit right off the bat. If he plays something big, it's going to be bad. First turn secret is weird. Paladins don't have the greatest, like, first turny sort of secrets, even though they have the only secrets that you can play on your first turn without assistance. Okay, well, my hand is filled out with some more fatness. I do have some defense now. He's probably just going to get played as a spider tank. We play him, and then my opponent will kill him because he's bad, and then life will go on. We're going to play Mind Control Tech. Didn't trigger a secret. He's just out there to trade with the 3-2, basically. At least this can't be buffed very effectively. You can't just play one of their famous paladin buff spells and make him kick my guy's ass and survive. Then I could play this, and if for some reason it stayed alive, I could start thinking about trying to have the fledgling sneak out there. But I'm sure my opponent's going to do things in the meantime, so good luck with that. Well, that's bad. That wasn't part of my plan, because I need to get rid of that. So hopefully he doesn't have a way to get through this. If he has a way to kill that, or if he can just buff his guy... If he buffs his guy to survive that, this guy has to attack the hero to adapt. That's what I thought. So if he just buffs that guy and kills my thing, it's still terrible, but it doesn't actually adapt him right away. So it still gives me time, in theory, although what am I going to do? Other than maybe draw Soulfire. If he gets Blessing of Kings, my plan is just draw Soulfire. That is my whole plan. If I did draw the Soulfire, then I could play my own fledgling, Soulfire him, my opponent would have nothing out, and that would be awesome. But,
let me think.
He's thinking a lot instead. What are you thinking about? That's fairly large. Okay, but I can kill this guy. Does he have an escape Kodo? Is that what it is? Probably. Returns 1 health. That's not good. I wish I had more Mortal Coil, and I so don't. If I just play a Stegodon, he's not going to get through. He only has 1 health now, so that's actually not that bad. It's amazing how much play revolves around the stupid fledgling thing if you don't have a way to kill it. He's going to discover a secret. He's going to get himself another sorry. Now I've got an F word. It's been a while. There's no, like, minute counter on the stupid XSplit to tell me how far that is. So, awesome! But, yeah. Okay. So he's just going to come back again, because it's getting annoying. If I play her, she's going a long way towards just, like, winning continuously. That's actually true. So we're going to kill that. He's probably going to get back to hand or something. Come back with 1 health again. You're very annoying. But it was tempting to kill something else because of that. But I'm going to play this and get a free demon in my hand. Just, like, fight it out. That may or may not get rid of the fledgling. It really depends what adaptation he gets. Wind Fury would be bad, obviously. Plus 3 health would not be great for me. Plus 3 health. I can still kill it with this, though, right? He's not going to get out of hand every night. Ugh. Is my opponent at full health? My opponent's probably at full health, so I'm not even going to find out Or do I get to see how much healing it does anyway? Heals. I don't get to see how much healing it is. That is ridiculous. Okay. Well. Gotta kill you. Not screwing around with that anymore. Then we're gonna play this. We have reached the stage. I'm just gonna play a big thing every turn. Oh, that's not good. This guy's not a winner. Especially like at this stage of the game. He is a 5/5 for 3. All you have to do is never make another minion. And then he won't hurt you. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not what I was worried about so much. I'm sure that's not good, but hell, I could just doom everything soon. If I play this guy, it'll kill her, which would be sad, because she's laying some, like, serious golden eggs right now. If I hit that, then it goes down to a 6/4 taunt, and then this guy gets killed easily, and that's not great. Drawing more cards is not necessarily the most helpful right now.
Possibilities.
I think we're going to do... This guy, I can only play 5 mana. That doesn't work out very well. This is turning into a ridiculous battle, I'm just going to say. I am just going to... I don't want to draw cards because it's too much. I'm going to play Stegadon. We'll mostly get his ass kicked. And I'm going to play this guy because I can just trade him to do some damage against that stupid knight. Now my opponent might use his guys to break through my taunt and use the knight to kill what's-her-face. Not the end of the world. I've got a handful of this stuff now. Smuggler's Run, not great. Oh yeah, you can't even kill him this turn if you use those 2 guys to kill Giganto. Yeah. I'd still take... No, I have to suicide this guy first, and then I can play this without taking the 5 damage from his stupid drawback. Yeah, that's bad. That's also bad. He's got a lot of stuff that's going to survive the apocalypse.
Reporting for duty.
Now he's going to have room. Corrupting Mist? Oh, I wish I still had my tanks. Oh, man. This is just going to come back as a 4/4, actually. I forgot it wasn't going to come back with all the taunt and stuff. That was a relevant detail. If I was willing to take the damage from him, like, I could hit that, play one of these guys. I would take 8, because I'd take the 3 from him, then from that, and he would kill all this stuff, and then I'd still have this guy out there to do things. I don't think I'm going to do that. This would have been really interesting when we had the stalemate-y situation, but now it's not as good. No, we're going to... She's giving me a lot of cards, but she's going to go now. Where is she? This guy is still taunt. I could just play this guy and then... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna screw around some more. No, am I? Damn it! Yeah, I really needed a little bit more time to think that through. Whatever I did was not right. I'm hoping he wants to kill this, because I have an ass ton of big minions. I have fewer hit points. Yeah, you heal for 2. Whatever. Yes! Do it! Strike him down with all of your hatred, and I will just play another minion of that size every turn for the rest of the game. Feel the dark side. I could doom him, actually. It would be terrible right now. No, I can play him, and then I can play taunt, and it's like awesome. My health is low, and I don't like it. But if the longer this game goes on without me dying, the more I'm going to win it, because I have so much stuff in my hand. I got 1,000,000 times card advantage because that crazy demon cabal whatever person just give me free stuff. Okay, so many options. Yeah, I can wipe the board by doing this. Hello. So, do you surrender now? You may just have figured out that you've lost.
Justice.
Not yet. You have not yet figured out that you've lost.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. We will take that note and carry on. I'm not sure that's the most worthwhile, but it's fun. Plus 3 health and Wind Fury sounds pretty good. Let's take... I can't take both. Right, I gotta take Wind Fury first and then something. Okay, well I can't get any more damage, but stealth until my next turn is fine. Let's see what I get when I hit you. Wind Fury. Wind Fury every time, apparently. Let's do +1/+1. And let's do Random Beast a bonus, which I probably should have done first, but yeah. We're going to kill your 1/1 because you're a paladin. I'm not going to let you have that guy alive. That would be terrible. You could dino size him and then do 1 damage to me with something else. Do you surrender now? Or are you going to wait another turn? Because you're like dead. Now that's only... Oh no, that's way more than 20 damage because there's Wind Fury. There's 20 damage without Wind Fury.
Let me think.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a lot of thinking to get out of this one. A lot of thinking. It probably involves a lot more cards than you have. So, this was a fun video. I don't think it's normally going to work out this well. You know why this deck seems awesome? Because that 6/6 was left alive for like 4 turns, and I got 4 big random demons in my hand, pretty much, for free. When normally she would have only gotten me 1, and then been killed by something. It's interesting, though. The Corrupting Mist would have been super useful when we had that standoff, I think. I was not thinking right about the standoff, because I kept thinking that I'd kill that... oh, yeah, that's right. I kept thinking I'd kill the knight and then he'd come back as something similar size, which is stupid. He was going to come back as a 2/6 taunt. That's what the Stegosaur is. But, yeah. I don't know if that would have really changed the situation that much. Corrupting Mist, my guys. So they would all die.
Out of my jungle.
Whatever.
Your opponent left.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know, if he just waited 1 more turn, I was going to lose, because all my minions would have died. And I would have had to replace them with my other handful of big minions. Okay, so that was 1 win, but I don't think it's going to be that easy going forward next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.